What's up, everybody? Welcome back to TD Fans Talk. I'm back with another one. This is the home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Don't forget to check out DolphinsTalk.com, guys, where you can get all things Dolphins, especially articles and different things about our team and hear different perspectives. Guys, I just wanted to bring this breaking news to you all that the Miami Dolphins have signed linebacker Nick DeLuca. Now, I'm going to explain to you all, this isn't going to be a long video, but I am going to explain to you all why this is actually a sneaky good move by Chris Greer. And you'll understand what I mean in a moment. And it may not even be so much because we got DeLuca, which who knows? You never know, right? But at the same token, this just shows me more about Chris Greer and Brian Flores and what they are trying to do and accomplish within this organization and what they're trying to build long term, guys. We're gonna get into that. Outside of that, I'm gonna talk about a little bit of the camp stuff today. There's not much to report, like I told you all earlier. Camp pretty much was moved inside due to inclement weather, so they practiced in the bubble, and we didn't have much news coming out of camp other than a Brian Flores presser talking to us about what some of the things that he's been thinking lately and what he thinks about some of the questions that were asked. We'll get into all of that, guys, as always. But without further ado, let's talk about this signing of Nick DeLuca. We'll talk about who this kid is and what he can do potentially for the Dolphins and why I think this was a sneaky move by Chris Greer. And just smart on their behalf, because a lot of people, a lot of organizations wouldn't have made a move like this. But I'm going to tell you why. This is an amazing move for Chris Greer and just gives you an insight on his thought process, guys. All right, so they announced this move today, okay? But what many people aren't talking about, I haven't heard anyone say it yet, but so I guess you'll hear it here. We released the punter recently. That's where all this is really stemming from. That's where it's stemming from. We released the punter, Stone Wilson, okay? Just yesterday, we released Stone Wilson. Now, the reason why that's important is because they basically created an atmosphere where they have no competition for Matt Hack, and that's our punter, okay? Now, some would argue, oh, I don't like Matt Hack. I love him. I thought he did some great work. I thought he did a good job pinning the ball into the red zone a lot of times of the opposition. I like Matt Hack. And this move kind of tells me that the coaches are probably in line with that and they may actually agree with it. And here's why. Matt Hack basically is going to own the position now, right? And since he owns the position of punter now, because they don't have any other competition, he is the guy. There's no competition in camp for Matt Hack now. And what did they do? What did they replace Matt Hack's competition with? A linebacker. And why is that important? Because most people are going to keep two punters on the roster throughout the entire training camp and let them battle it out and just name their starter at the end. But the Dolphins didn't do that. They said, we know who our guy is. It's Matt Hack. Now we could use a full roster spot on another guy and see if we could turn another guy into something. And what gives you the basis to believe that? Sam, the linebacker we currently have on the roster that nobody saw it coming. This kid, Sam, has emerged as a potential starter this season, and nobody saw it coming. Nobody saw it coming with Sam. So this is sneaky good for Greer to say, come on, we already know Matt Hack is going to be our punter. There's no need to basically create the competition at the punter position. We could use that whole slot on another talent and see if he emerges like Sam. Which position you want, Flores? Bring me another linebacker. Bring me another linebacker that might have potential that we can develop and actually become good. So what did they do? They went out and they got Nick DeLuca. And the beautiful thing about the Nick DeLuca pickup, they're not just getting an undrafted free agent. They're getting someone who's been on the practice squad, who's been in the NFL. Not only was he in the NFL last year, but he got promoted from the practice squad. He got promoted from the practice squad. So I'm going to tell y'all what they're saying about it in the article. Basically, here's what they're considering it as. They feel like this move is giving the team an extra added body on special teams and linebacker depth. What up, Sam? I'm saying Sam. What's up, Chad? I read your comment. First one checking into the comment section. They think this gives us just extra special teams and linebacker depth. First and foremost, DeLuca, he may not even make the team. And if he does make the team, he might be far down on the depth chart. Or what if he comes in playing like Sam? What if he comes in making an imprint on this game just like Sam? Just like I said with Sam, that's unlikely, but Sam did it. So I like what Flores and those guys did by going ahead and solidifying Mac Hack is the punter. Let's go ahead and bring in another talent, and let's see if we can flip this one too. Because we're winning. We've been doing nothing but winning, guys. Winning. When you can take somebody who wasn't even drafted or an AFL or a CFL player and you can turn them into a potential starter, we're winning. We already found one. Why are we going to stop that mojo? Why are we going to stop that train? And so, hey, let's pick up another linebacker. Let's bring in Nick DeLuca, see if he can amaze us. And we will always go into an assumptive mode in moments like this and say, it's not likely, but we're winning. So why not try to extend the winning? Who knows? We're already dealing with so many injuries on the linebacker position. Raekwon McMillan with the little tweak right now. Kiko Alonso hasn't practiced. He got a little tweaked up. Chase Allen is out. We're not even talking about Mike Hull, who is currently on the PUP list, physically unable to perform. So we're beat up at the position. So I love the pickup. Again, we don't know what this is going to turn out to be. But why not go ahead and cut the second punter who you probably knew wasn't going to make the team and go ahead and bring another body in the camp and see if you can just turn out another Sam out of all of this. That's why this is a beautiful move. This is smart. This is smart on Flores's and Greer's side. And let's talk about DeLuca real quick. He played college football at North Dakota. Now he's entering his second season in the NFL, all right? Yeah, I'm back, Brandon. Shout out to you, man. Second season in the NFL. He began his career last season as an undrafted free agent. But this kid's already have a grind story, a chip on his shoulder. Here's what I like. He's been working hard and working his way up because he was an undrafted free agent and he signed with Tennessee. All right. And then they waived him in August when it was camp time. And a lot of times being waived, it could be just simply we got enough good people at the position. All right. He then signed with the Jacksonville Jaguars the same season. And then later that month, actually. And then he initially started his rookie season on the practice squad. So he played with Jacksonville last year. He was on the practice squad. All right. And then they eventually moved him to the starting roster, where he appeared in 9 games, y'all. He wasn't just on the starting roster as a guy. He played. He played in 9 games, and through those 9 games, he tallied 12 tackles with 1 sack and 1 forced fumble last season. He has a little bit of experience. He has a taste of the game. He's been in it. He's done a little something. And that's a big ups to him. He's earning his right, so why wouldn't you bring a guy like that into camp? What up, Josh? I see you. Why wouldn't you bring a guy like that into camp? That's a smart move. And the Jaguars released him in June. And once again, it could be a roster type situation. And basically they go on to say that we're just looking to bolster our linebacking core. Did you see my big announcement? No, Josh. I'll have to check that out, man. Is it on Facebook? You got to let me know. I'll go check it out this evening. I'll check it out this evening for sure, man. I hope it's massive, man. You get me worked up already, man. But this is a good pickup, guys. I like the pickup for one reason. It tells us about Greer and Flores, their mindset. Hey, this punter isn't going to make the team anyway. Let's not do like most teams and wait the preseason game 4 to say we cut him. Let's cut him now, bring in another body, and see if we can flip another player into another Sam. Just smartness, man. These are the type of front office things that go unnoticed. It's bigger than just say, hey, we brought in another linebacker, Nick DeLuca. He probably won't make the team. Just trying him out. It is what it is. We'll see. All right. No, this is bigger than that. This gives you behaviors of your front office, and it shows you these guys are thinking ahead. They're thinking bigger picture. They're thinking, who knows? At the very worst, he's going to be practice squad, more depth, and just in case we continue with injury problems, somebody who has experience, who's moved up before, he knows the ropes. The very worst, he's going to be a practice squad guy. But beyond that, Beyond that, who knows? If 2 weeks ago we would have said Sam is going to end up as another practice squad guy. Now they're wondering if he's actually going to be the official starter or not. That's huge. So big ups to the front office for getting rid of the punter early instead of the end of camp and bringing in another position player and special teams help that could just blow minds and have a good fit under great coaching, because sometimes it's just coaching. Is a good fit under coaching and might actually shock us all. Doesn't mean it's going to happen, but big ups to them to making the moves they did to just maximize every potential, y'all. That's the thought process here. They're maximizing every potential, man. Big ups to them. Last practice I've attended, I saw a coach doing gassers with the whole team at the end of practice. Found it curious if he is the conditioning coach running with all of them, or is he in the hot seat? No, Dr. Chilo. No. Flores made it clear. Players ain't the only ones doing gassers. Players ain't the only ones running to the TNT wall. Coaches run too. Your unit messed up, run to the TNT wall. That's happening right now in camp. Flores said it. Flores said yesterday he ran to the wall himself for something. That's leadership. Be asking other people to do something you won't do. That's real leadership. I remember when I was in college, I was in a marching band. I had 60 people. I was a section leader. I had 60 of my peers that were under me. And the way the section leaders of the past used to do is always run 10 laps. We all run, they watching, playing, having fun. That's why I became a section leader after 2 years. Just right away. Most section leaders are seniors. And what did I do day one? It was with the rookies, first year guys. Man, y'all run 10 laps. They looked at me like I was crazy when I was behind them running with them. That's leadership. You can't ask people to do something that you ain't going to do. You go run with them, trust me, they'll follow you anywhere. They'll follow you into war. They don't feel like they're being punished like that. Well, at least they understand their punishment now, because you're punishing yourself for what we did. Oh, man, you're taking the ultimate responsibility. You're not putting it off on other people and saying, oh, well, no. That's real leadership. That's what's happening out there. Flores, man, y'all don't understand, man. Man, I'm telling y'all, the future, this is all new, man. This is real. This is real. The future is here, y'all. The future is here, y'all. In 2 weeks on Dolphinatics radio show, former All-Pro center and Hall of Fame center Dwight Stevenson will be on the Dolphinatics radio show. Oh, man. That's what's up, Josh. Josh be doing big things, man. Josh got all the stars on the channel, man. All the guys who have been there and done it, and they know they sports and they know they football in and out, man. Shout out to you for that, Josh. Congrats, bro. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Keep doing what you're doing, man. Big ups to you and your show. Y'all make sure y'all go check out Dolphinatics too. It's on Facebook, guys. Every Wednesday night, my boy got a show. Josh got a show every Wednesday night. He usually has someone on there that's been a Dolphin or been in the NFL. Richmond Webb always stops in here and there. They're pretty close. Y'all make sure y'all check that out, man. But that's what's up, man. Big ups to you, bro. Everyone is. Yeah, everybody's running, man. Yeah, Flores ran. Flores ran. He said it himself. I ran yesterday. That's real leadership, man. Real leadership. Because in most people's lives, they used to people giving them orders or any organized team sports telling them what to do without doing it with them. Do it with them. It's your team. They mess up, you mess up. That's what it is, man. But yeah, no more bad play calling this season. Hope we run some Wildcat this season. Well, I got to back up there. That's the one thing. Now, I ain't worried about defensive play calling. I ain't worried about that. But that's not like we out of the woodworks. We really need to see the play calling of Chad O'Shea. See, it's easy for y'all to say, well, I mean, he been calling the Patriots offense forever. Let's keep it 100 now. Brady's so fine-tuned. Hey, come on. Let's see what Chad O'Shea can do from a play calling standpoint. That's something that I'm interested in more than anything. Might even talk about that and do a video about that. Chad O'Shea's play calling, what to expect. That's going to be interesting, man. That's a good one. That is a good one. But yes, y'all hit that like button, guys. 22 in the room, only 4 likes. Hit that like button for your boy. I really love this new coach. He's everything, Josh. This is what you dream of. This is what you dream of, man. I'm telling y'all could call me crazy now, but he has the potential to end up, when it's all said and done, being better than Belichick. Call me crazy. Now, remember, I said when it's all said and done, he has the potential. So don't beat me up. I said potential. He could be better. He could be better, man. He could be better. I'm telling you. And I believe it, man. A young Don Shula. Yes. Yes. I really love the. Oh, I already read that. Let's get through week 1 first, guys. Oh, we are, Pontiac. We are. We are. Ain't nothing wrong with just thinking ahead a little bit sometimes and then dialing it back. I guess you're the dial back. Let's get past week 1. All right. All right, that's fair. Making them work for everything. Yes, and them coaches too. It's the coaches too. TD stay with the breaking news. Best fans channel up. Respect, bro. I appreciate you for that one, man. Thank you. All right, man. 13-3, baby. Oh, it just keep getting better, man. Everybody 10-6. Now people 11-5. Now I'm hearing 13-3. I'm gonna stick with about 11-5, man. I'm gonna stick with 11-5. Like Flores said, you're not gonna win them all. You're not gonna win them all. There's only been one team in NFL history who's went perfect. This is an imperfect game. You're gonna lose some battles. You're gonna have some adversity. These are Flores' words the other day. I mean, this is what it is. But you gotta just make sure that you're learning from your mistakes, getting better and better, and making sure that you're perfecting your craft and trying to focus on what you got to do every single week, man. I love what Coach Flores says each press conference. He got but the thing is, you're going to start to just hear the same thing over and over and over. Repeat it because he's basically setting the foundation of what it is. Is Nick DeLuca any good? I mean, he's in the NFL. He's something. And I guess that doesn't mean anything for me to say that because there's some really bad players in the NFL. But what I will say is Nick DeLuca is a survivor. He's not a how can I put it? He's a go-getter. He's fighting. He's fighting to make his mark. He's fighting to make his way. His career so far shows you that. Came in the league undrafted to begin with. Got cut. A month later, find himself on the Jaguars, end up on the practice squad, and then from there was activated on the active squad. And from being active, from the active squad, he actually appeared in 9 games. Helped them, got 12 tackles, 1 sack, and a forced fumble. Made an impact. No matter if it's a big or small impact, the impact is an impact. Played some good special teams. So, of course, why not bring in a guy like that, get rid of the second-string punter? He ain't going to make the team. This story ain't even about Nick DeLuca for me. Good. I hope he works out. I hope he becomes just like Sam. And we got another stolen weapon, secret weapon that nobody looked at like that. But the bigger thing is the fact that, Greer had the mindset of saying, why are we playing games with having 2 punters on the roster when we know we're going to go with Matt Hack up to this point? Probably got a week of camp to say, all right, we're going with Matt Hack. So they released Owen Wilson yesterday, the backup punter, the guy who was trying to fight against Matt Hack. They already know, why aren't we using that slot for a unit that's beat up right now in the linebackers to add more depth, or a guy that we can shockingly turn into something? Let me find the best linebacker that fits what we do, have good eyes, good hands, and good feet. Let's bring him in and see if our coaching staff can be the difference of him being a practice squad guy again or making a name for himself, just like Sam's doing right now. And that's what that front office did. They brought in another guy instead of wasting a roster spot. You know how many teams got 2 punters in camp right now? When truth be told, they should already know which one is going to be their guy right now. It's the punt position. You can see that all spring. You can see that all in the first week of camp. It's the punter position. You know how many teams got 2 punters in camp right now? Come on. They clear the roster spot. We know who our punter's going to be. Bring in another position, and let's see if we can flip another one. They flipped Sam. They flipped him in a good way. They flipped him. Nobody knew who Sam was until last week. Now they got articles. Sam is actually basically coming into the starting linebacker position right now. And Raekwon McMillan ain't making it no better because he hurt. And whether it's big or small, it's still the simple fact that this guy ain't, first of all, he stole your reps when you was healthy. Some of your reps. He stole a package from you. I'll put it like that. And then you hurt. Now he gets an opportunity to own it. So why not bring another guy in and see if you can flip him into somebody? That's what it's about, man. That front office working, y'all. It tells us they working. Very interested in his abilities. We're about to find out. We're about to find, with all these linebacker injuries, he going to get some practice time. We'll see if we hear his name. Just imagine. Nick DeLuca got through the line, was able to a negative yard rush. You start hearing his name build. They ain't bring him in for nothing, y'all. They ain't bring him in for nothing. How many more topics left, TD? Today I probably got like 2 more if I get to them, because I might end this right here. Get out here with the babies. Put some work in at home with the house. And then I have something else I have to do too. But then I'm going live tonight for a bigger show, the state of the team. Going into the scrimmage tomorrow. That's kind of what the subject's going to be, the overall state of the team. And we're going to be thinking big picture and what they can expect from this team going forward in the direction that I think that we're going to be going, and what it's going to translate into as far as a win-loss standpoint, not for preseason, but regular season. And maybe start talking about a little bit of our opponents, start talking about them. I usually wait till the season start, like a week before the Ravens game. You'll see a video of me talking about the Ravens, nothing but Ravens talk, talking about what they did in the offseason, who they let go, what positions they're weak at, what positions they've got stronger at, how many bodies they got in camp at specific positions, who's emerging, who's coming on. I evaluate all their articles too. I go in and out so I can know, so I can basically do a few shows that tell us, here's what I think the Dolphins' game plan will be going into this game based off of their weakness. What do you think Flores is doing? They're evaluating the opposition, saying, what is our game plan that can overcome their strengths? So I'll be able to talk about what we're going to do to overcome their strengths and what we're going to do to demolish their weaknesses. So I do all those breakdowns, man, throughout the season. That way you learn more about our opponent. And then when I'm on a live stream, you'll hear me saying things like the Ravens game. Let me give you an example. You'll hear me saying things like, say Kenyon Drake's running the ball and he's running on the outside and we're getting stuffed or whatever it may be. You'll hear me yelling at the screen, Chad O'Shea, don't start being an Adam Gase. Everybody knows the Baltimore Ravens right now have 2 great tackles. Their left tackle is really good and their right tackle is really good. And these are facts, y'all. They got good tackles. So at the end of the day, they're going to be trying to run that ball on the outside. We need to know that from a defensive standpoint. I don't know why I said Chad O'Shea, but I'm saying Flores. They're going to be trying to run that ball between those gaps on the outside. But they are weak in the middle. And thank God we got one of our strong suits is the middle. Christian Wilkins, Spence, and Godchild and all those boys in the middle. Oh, they're going to have a field day on the Ravens. They trying to figure out that middle right now. Their center is decent. But their 2 guards, no, they're weak in the middle. So I've already been doing a little bit of research on them, but with that evaluation, you should see a lot of work coming through that middle. See if we're going to be sending the middle linebacker on blitzes. If we're going to be trying to get those defensive tackles to attack. So you might not, in the game 1, you might not see a lot of 3-4. You might see a lot of 4-3 and get those 2 middle guys just attacking that middle a lot. More pressure in the middle. So it just depends. I want to be able to evaluate the team to know what we should be doing. So when we go into that game on Sunday, why aren't we attacking their weakness? Every team attacked our weakness last year. Our D-line wouldn't get no pressure, so they made it even worse. Let's put 7 people on the O-line so they really don't get pressure. Let's give every quarterback we played against after week 8 last year had 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 40 milliseconds to throw the ball. 50 million to throw the ball, man. So at the end of the day, they attacked our weakness. I'm going to see if these coaches are attacking other teams' weaknesses. So I'll study their weaknesses. But they should be doing that. And I'm not Mr. Know-it-all. You know, Flores and I've been doing this for a long time. I just know the game of football. So at the end of the day, we'll see how it matches up. Y'all might see a lot of things matched up. You know, TD, you said we'll attack the middle, and that's what we were killing them on. Or TD, we never attacked the middle, and they ate all day on us. Who knows? Or we attacked the middle, and it still ain't work. And I was off then. They O-line held they own, whatever it may be. That's how it'll go, man. We'll evaluate every position in every game differently because different teams are different strengths, all right? Let me see. Insanity. Did Collins get re-signed with the Ravens? Not that I know of. I can check into that later. I know the Patriots, what was that they just did? They just brought somebody in. Let's see. I remember I just read about it. Yeah, the Patriots brought in Cam Meredith, so they over there making moves, trying to make sure their roster is solid. So this is the time where you're bringing people in. Not every team is bringing people in, but if you're not bringing people in, you're not trying to maximize your roster at this point. You ain't trying to maximize your roster. You should still be swap. Everybody's camp got 2, 3, 4 people on their roster they know right now ain't finna make this team. Based off of what's been happening so far, they already know ain't gonna make this team. So they need to be cutting those guys right now and going ahead and bringing people in right now. Hurry up. Let's evaluate them. That's what should be happening right now. People should be getting cut and signed left and right. Cut and signed left and right. Just to try to hit that rat race of just bringing people in to try to see if you can find something out of what's left out there. HAD game planning, something special for you fans on this channel. Appreciate that, Finsanity. Just run it by me. I saw your message. Just let me know. I'm ready for whatever. Let's go. Just got in. What I missed. George, man, Tannehill's coming back, man. I can't believe it. This is just breaking news, man. Tannehill will be back on Monday and starting. I'm just messing with you, man, as y'all already know. But no, we are just talking about the signing and why this is big for the front office and what they're trying to do. And it's a smart move, man. Make sure you check out this video. I love that O'Shea and Graham will be on the field this season. This season, yeah. I know what you meant. I love it too. TD, what you gonna be looking for in preseason coaching, or players, or the system they gonna run? I'm gonna be looking at more emphasis on the defense. I'm trying because it's hard to gauge the offense other than protection in preseason. I don't care what these wires. I ain't gonna say I don't care. That's a good question. I'll explain that before I end the stream. Defense, no matter if the team across from us not running their real packages, they ain't trying to give anything away. Defense is defense. What I'm looking for is seeing how fluid we exercise our substitution packages. That is important to me in this defense. It's one thing for Flores to bring the mentality and the game plan of bringing people in, talking about they play their strengths. But just like was posed by Believers Talk yesterday on the chat, that's all good until they run a hurry-up offense. But you can still beat it on a hurry-up offense if you're doing it fluidly, just making those substitutions the right way. And our players, have they caught on to not just their role on the field? Because if you want to be honest, what's happening on the field should be very easy for these players right now. Some people would be like, they're still learning this and that, and this. That's true for the quarterback position and the wide receiver position, in the O-line position. That's it. They're the only position that's true for. The only positions that's true for. But every other position on this roster, it should be real easy right now because they ain't got you playing a full-time role. Every other position, nobody's really playing a full-time role. They're playing a schematic role. If I'm good at, if I'm a linebacker and I'm good in pass coverage, I might be in this nickel package. You know your package because you're good at it and you do it well, and they got you in those positions. Nobody's in a situation right now, oh, well, this is this package. Now I need to switch my thought process. No, you're not on the field that in that package. So everybody, it should be real easy for them right now. The hard part is recognizing on the sideline that I'm on defense and my unit is out there. This ain't my package. What is the game situation? Oh, they just threw it. It's 3rd and 2. 3rd and 2 on the other side of the field. Oh, what we were and they be like, speed, whatever package they running, that's me. I got to get out there. Y'all got to understand the demand for a system like this. It's intricate. What is the game situation? This ain't me. This ain't my package. The coach is going to call it, but you also got to have that knack of knowing game situation. I know the coach about to call my package. So you got to be on it. You just can't sit there and keep staring at a coach. Which package you want? Which package you want? You got to be just as smart as him in knowing which one this situation deserves. So you could be ahead of the game as you're running out and he's calling it, yeah, that's me. Versus him calling you running out and that offense getting you a penalty from substitutions. I want to see the fluidity of how they switch out these defensive packages, swapping them on the field, in and out. That's what I want to see. Because that needs to run smoothly if we're going to have that defense. Because if that runs smoothly, boy, we're going to be nasty. Because we're going to have the best players on the field at all times, and no matter what the situation is. No matter what the situation is. That's what I'm looking for on defense. I'm also looking for on defense if our defensive ends can set the edge. I'm trying to see if that ball going on the outside, is that defensive end forcing that running back to cut it inside right away. Because you cut it inside right away, life is easier for our linebackers. You're running right into them. You're running right into them. You got to set the edge in the NFL. You have to. So do we set the edge? You set the edge, you got nothing to worry about. I mean, you got things to worry about. I mean, you can still, but at least you give yourself a much better chance because in order to get beat, you got to beat contact now. You're coming inside with all the traffic. You're cutting in and the linebackers have an easier time to pursue. But if you get outside of that edge, no, man, you got lanes. You got opportunities. You got opportunities to stretch it out and cut back any time where you see fit. And it's not good. Set the edge. Those are two things that I'm looking for in preseason for the coaches. Are they getting that done with these players? As far as in offense, I want to see Rosen as much as possible after Fitzpatrick start the game. And of course, I want to see Fitzpatrick too. That is what it is. I want to watch Rosen in real game situation, not against Dolphins and Dolphins practice. I want to see Rosen play 1 or 2 quarters, and bam, let's see, kid. Even though it's going to be second unit defense and third unit defense, doesn't matter. That's even better. Rip them apart and tell them you need more of a challenge. Give me some of them first unit snaps in preseason in the game. Show them. But that's what I'm looking forward to. Coaches, what I want them to do in this preseason is run that ball. We got to establish that we can run the ball against the other starting defenses. Just run the ball. When the starting unit is in, I want to see runs. I want to see a lot of runs. Of course, we're going to throw it here and there, but I want to see majority runs. That's your real test. Against another defense, run the ball. And because have we actually been testing our run game in practice when it comes to the open field? Yeah, the goal line we have. Because the defensive tackles can mask problems with the DN on goal line, D. But have we really tested our run game in the open field in practice? Not with the defensive ends that we have. They haven't really done anything in the run game on the outside. I want to see if King and Drake get on that outside against other defenses that are fresh early in the game. Can we pull? Can we do what we need to do to open those lanes for him to have some big plays in the running game going on the outside? I want to see if Kalen Ballage can get through the tackles in the middle. I want to see those things. I want to see how the offensive line handles that run game. Establish that first, and we'll continue to try our best to get better in pass protection. That's what I want to see. So I want to see them call a lot of run plays, power runs, speed runs, and those type of things. I really think they need to lay off of that the passing game. I'm not worried about that. I'm not worried about it at all. I really am not. We got so many weapons. I don't feel like there's anything we need to prove in preseason as far as that. Let's go into the season opening it up like that. That's my take. So we shall see. It'll be very interesting. Or players or the system. Oh, okay. I wish what O'Shea and Graham are doing this season on being on the field. I wish all of our previous coordinators did that. They should be on the field anyway. I know that excuse of if they in the booth, they have a vantage point and they can see the whole field. Man, get out there on that field, man. Get out there on that field. Them players need to see you, hear you loud and clear, and you need to be coaching the entire game, not through a little mic in a helmet. You need to be giving it to them. Just like you radio down to every single coordinator, the offensive line coach, just like you're radioing down to them, telling them, you need to get on this person. I saw this, I saw that. You can do it too. We in the heat of the battle. We in the game. Ain't no time to be passing down information and they pass it to somebody else. You see it right away, you can address it. The coach see you addressing it. So that's telling the coach, you need to fix this. Get down there. Get on them. And they doing that, and I'm happy about it. I'm interested in seeing what personnel is on the field and how much time Christian Wilkins is on the field as a rookie. Well, I mean, it's going to be hard for you to see that anyway as far as Christian Wilkins, because even if he's out there for 2 drives, that ain't going to give you a gauge of how much he's going to do as a rookie, because it's just 2 drives. Everybody can handle that. Even if you're a veteran, you're a rookie, it don't matter. So it's going to be hard to gauge how much he's going to be on the field until the real season when you're playing a full game and you got to get the most out of everybody. Now, preseason game 3, you might get a better picture. If he comes out sooner than the rest of the starters, that can be something to be alarmed about. Get out there and work with your boys. Exactly, Chad. But this TD Fans Talk, man, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. I'm going to keep it moving, guys. I'm about to end this stream. I appreciate everybody here. Before you leave, please hit the like button. Make sure you share the videos. Let everybody know about TD Fans Talk. And check out DolphinsTalk.com, baby. This is TD Fans Talk, home of the real Miami Dolphin fans. Miami Dolphins. Miami Dolphins. Come on, man. All right. Peace, y'all. Oh, man.